We're choosing each other. I can't go complain about men and not expect a man to say, "But you chose that guy." Y'all are quick to say that to us. You chose the Pookie and the Ray Ray. That's what y'all say to us.
Yeah, there's a
So in
reason
this,
there's a reason we say that. You know what the reason why? Because you guys get like 10, 20, 30 approaches, and then you get to pick. You see a good guy and then you're like, you know what, I'm gonna go with, okay, he's a good guy, but you know what, he's kind of corny, he's kind of like a nerd, and then you know who the good guy is, and
I like that one. But go ahead.
then you go with the bad guy just because he has the edge to him. He's kind of masculine and he has tattoos on his face. But as a man, we don't have those choices. I literally have to approach you, DJ, and then you can say yes or no. But then if I've been rejected like 10 times in a row, once I meet
Okay.
DJ and she's like half the woman I've always wanted, I'll just go with her and be like, you know what, the other one's rejected me. Okay, she has 7 out of the 10 things I want. Let me
I
just go
understand.
down the road.
I
So
understand.
that's why we say that women, you chose that type of guy because we know you already had like 10, 20 approaches. So if you still can't make a good choice from 30 approaches, that's on you. But as a man, we get what we can get. So if you reject me, I'll go to the next one. If she says yes, depending on how many options I have, how much money I make, because remember, it's not so many of us who got the money and the options. So you
Right.
see why you cannot really blame the guy for choosing a wrong woman.
Okay. I understand now.
Yeah.
That makes sense
Uh,
the way that you put it 100%. But and you're saying that's the majority of men, right? Not the small percentage that has options.
Yeah, that's the majority of men. Majority of
Okay.
men get rejected. You can imagine a man being rejected from high school time, right? Because he's corny. He's not like one of the athletes in high school. Then he gets rejected in college because he doesn't have the money. Then he gets taken for free food dinner dates
Yeah.
after college. By the time he's
Yeah.
45, he's been rejected like 1,000 times. So the first woman who's nice to him, the first woman to buy him a ticket to a trip like DJ, he's gonna settle down with you, even if you're crazy. He's gonna be like, you know what, she's crazy but she took me to Jamaica, she's crazy but she took me to Vegas, let me just deal with her. And then before you know it, he makes $1 million, and then DJ is like, you know what, it's time for me to bounce, give me half of the $1 million. And then DJ, another woman, is gonna be like, oh, you chose DJ, you chose DJ. You're like, yeah, I did, but I didn't know she was really just gonna take me for half of my money.
Now that makes sense. But yeah, you're right. That makes sense for the majority. It's just personally, that's why I'm not really big fan of podcasts because I go only on a space of personal. I don't look up data. I don't watch YouTubes. I don't do none of that. I look on a space of personal. So in the space of personal, I'm talking about, like I said to you, I was talking about like my son, my brother, my all of my brothers. I have 5 brothers, and I be wanting to slap all of them for the women they choose. But you're saying you're giving me more context to why they had to choose the women they choose, and but still, you
Yeah,
don't think the women still the same thing?
no, I'm not saying completely no accountability for the man. I'm
Okay.
saying that if I hold you accountable, DJ,
Uh
because
huh.
I'm gonna be honest again, guys are gonna call me a simp in the comments. You're more attractive, at least from my perspective, than the average woman, right?
Okay.
So that's why I
Thank
said
you.
I know plenty of men approach you. So if you're telling me you cannot find one single man who's good for you, ever since you're 21 till the age you're 60 as a woman, despite how many men approach you, it's on you. Because reverse it. If I had 1,000 women knocking down my door,
Yeah, but
I'm
you didn't
telling you.
even ask me. I know it's me. I know I'm the problem.
Okay.
You didn't even give me that chance. You don't have to tell me. I don't need to be dictated. I know I'm the problem 100%. You
But that's
ain't
good.
it. Yeah, like I know the option. Like I know what I like, right? And so for me, if I don't find it, I'm fine. I already got my kids. Already been married. So if I don't find, I like things that men don't want to be no more. And those men, I guess,
Well, like what? Like what? Like what?
just normal, just regular, not flashy. I don't like flashy. I don't know if you've been
There's
to Atlanta, but I live in Buckhead, and it's a turnoff for me. I'm moving away from here. Actually, move in 2 weeks. I can't do Buckhead no more. Now that my daughter's graduated and completed school, I'm getting out of this area because I can't do flashy men. I'm just not attracted to them.
Yeah, but
I'm ready.
that's what you see the flashy, but there's plenty of regular working stable men that you don't see. Like when you open the CV, when you walk into CVS or you go to pick up your groceries, you don't even look at the cashier two times because he doesn't cross you as amongst the guys that you want to be with. Like when the Uber driver pulls up to pick you up, you don't even look at him two times because already in your mind,
Why
it's
you want
already
to put me with a cashier and an Uber driver?
because those are the regular guys that most women don't want. You know, those are the regular guys you don't want. Anyway, let me play this video. DJ bounced. She'll be back. You're back.
No, I I will take a cashier at Target.
You're lying. You see them, they approach you like you never see them. But trust me, right now,
No, because I
if
don't
I
go to Target. I order online.
okay, either way, like if me and you walked into a CVS, right, together, there are male cashiers and female cashiers, and then we get out, and then an hour later they asked both of us to describe who was in there. They ask you to describe the guys in the CVS, and they asked me to describe the men in the CVS, and they ask you to describe the men in the CVS. I'll literally tell you the female cashier had long hair, had blonde hair, things like that. She was dressed like this, and then they'll ask you, did you see any guys in CVS? You'll be like, what guys? You see what I mean? Because as men, we see women. Like when I look at a woman, the first thing I see is the physical right away. When you look at a man, when you look at a man, if he's not 6 feet, you won't even see him. You won't even notice that there was a man. That's majority of women.
Okay,
I
majority of
know.
women. That's not me, but that's the majority of women. Okay,
I'm sorry. I have
it's
to
not
put you
me.
there.
It's
You know
not
why?
me.
Because there was a wise man who once said that majority of men, majority of women have met their husbands and they don't even know it. Majority of women have come across their husbands and they don't even know it. Sometimes they could be in your friend zone. Sometimes it could be the guy you don't respond to. Sometimes it could be the guy who offered a coffee date and you said no. Sometimes it could be the guy who was wearing sandals and you're like, oh, he looks dusty. Like you've met your husbands, not you, but like women have met their husbands and they don't even know it.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. I think that people, but I don't think everyone's for everyone. So I think in this space, it's just like it just sucks, man. And I'm gonna still keep my advice of people. I think that it doesn't need to be. What you looking for?
It's true. It's tough out here.